Hello everyone, today we are making some bean recipes. So these sweet bean recipes have been around for a very long time. It's just now everyone seems to be making them, and I'm going to make my one today. Does that mean the taste will be lacking? Probably. Now, every bean cake I see has always got peanut butter and banana in it. For some reason, they seem to be the staple ingredients. There's no banana in this, and there's no peanut butter. There is, however, flavouring of orange extract. That way. You can substitute with vanilla, mint, rum flavoured, personal preference of taste, really. Will it taste just as good? Probably not. I refer back to Exhibit A. Does that mean the taste will be lacking? Probably. I'm short and I need to reach the top shelf. First step is to line either a baking dish or a muffin tray. I'm going to do muffin trays today. I have lined, 4, 8, 12 cases. I don't know if I need all of them. The second step is to preheat your oven to, I have no idea, pending what temperature and for how long, in probably when it's done. A weighing scale is ideal for this recipe, as well as a very powerful blender. If you don't have a powerful blender, then when you blitz your beans, there's going to be a lot of lumps. First ingredient we're going to add in is 200 grams of rice flour. You can substitute this with oat flour if you like, but I'm going to use rice flour. The next ingredient is going to be 50 grams of cocoa powder, and this is the one that's unsweetened. Do not use the sweetened one, otherwise it won't be as chocolatey. Next ingredient, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, level. Do not add too much of this. Now we are adding in 10 tablespoons of sweetener of choice. You can use stevia, you can use monk fruit, you can use actual sugar if you want to. If you really, really don't like the taste of this, it's up to you. On my weighing scale, the sweetener comes out to 15 grams if you would prefer to weigh it. Once you have mixed your dry ingredients together in a bowl, in a jug, we are going to put 200 milliliters of soya milk. If you prefer almond milk, or if you just want to add water, it's up to you. But the milk makes it a bit more creamier. For now, 200 mils of milk is potentially all we may need. We might need less or more. It just depends on how well the ingredients absorb the liquid. The next ingredient you're going to need is going to be a full can of kidney beans. You could also cook your own kidney beans if you like to. It will take a lot longer.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Could be a win-win in your situation or time-consuming. Pre-packaged convenience is okay. So we're going to add this to our food processor, and we are going to blitz until we have a paste. To help move this along slowly, I am going to add a little bit of the milk just so it can help break it down a little bit more, but only maybe 2 tablespoons worth. We are going to add the bean mixture into the dry ingredients along with the milk, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon worth of orange extract. You can add a teaspoon if you don't like it too essence-y, but I really, really like essence flavored things. I've measured another 200 milliliters of soya milk because the rice flour is really taking on the liquid, so it needs a lot more to become a better cake batter. Alright, this is what we're working with. Chocolate! Chocolate! Time to put it in the cupcake cases. Not bad. The cakes are done. I have made 12 individual ones. Again, you can make it into a single loaf pan if you like. It did take 20 minutes. My gas oven is in numbers and it was on 7.5, 8. The highest setting is 9. So if you wanted to add in some chocolate chips of any kind, that is entirely up to you. You can see. Ooh. We'll wait to the end and then you can see final review on the cakes and any suggestions of what you could add or take away in this to make it palatable. I decided to melt 50 grams of dark chocolate chips in a microwave in 20-second intervals, and I just put about a teaspoon worth on top of the muffins. Didn't cover all of the muffins, it probably covered about 9 of them. So add in what your heart desires. The next bean recipe we are doing, protein bean bars. I don't know what else to call them. As well as a bean cake, we have bean bars. Before you mix any of the ingredients, you are going to weigh out the rice flour and you are going to put it in a oven safe dish, and you are going to put it in the oven for 10 minutes. This just kills off any of the bacteria because you cannot be eating raw rice flour unless you want to take a gamble. So at your own risk of your own safety and your health, it's up to you. You could also, again, substitute this with oat flour if you would like to, or you could use plain flour. Again, you would have to put that in the oven to kill off any of the bacteria for about 10 minutes or so. These are the ingredients we are going to be using today. You can substitute some of the ingredients such as the sweetener if you would like to use a sugar-based one. You can also use any protein powder you wish. I am just using this one because when you add any kind of liquid to it, it goes into a very thick paste, and I think that's what we kind of need. You can use whey or casein protein powder if you wish. In the bowl, I'm adding in the rice flour, 10 grams of sweetener, a serving and a half of vegan protein powder. This one is the Max Nutrition one, vanilla flavor, and a serving and a half comes out to 62 grams. I'm just going to mix this through until it is fully incorporated, and then we will add the wet ingredients into the mix. Right, drain and rinse your chickpeas, and we are going to add that to the blender with 1 full teaspoon or tablespoon of vanilla extract. And we are going to measure out 1/2 a cup of milk of choice, and we're going to add that to the blender and blitz away until we get to a paste.
Said to be the entire chicken, eyes, guts, bones, ground up into something called mechanically separated poultry.
We're going to add another 1/2 cup measurement of milk into the mix, so 250 milliliters of milk altogether. Alright, once your mixture is looking like a dough consistency, like cookie dough basically, and it's not too wet and it's not too dry, we are going to put it into a lined dish Opted out of not putting the prunes in there. I think it's going to add any sweetness to it, and the texture's a bit odd, so these are just going to be my snack, I guess. The next step, we are going to melt 50 grams of white chocolate buttons. I'm going to do this in the microwave. You can do it over a stovetop if you do not like the micro.
What were you thinking?
The last ingredient is going to be 25 grams of raspberry jam. I microwave this for about 25 seconds. Right, you know what? It's not the prettiest, but so into the freezer now for at least 2 to 3 hours, and then we can cut them.
Alright, so I messed up on the audio for this video. My microphone died and I didn't even bother to check, so I'm just going to do a voiceover to give you my final review. The first one is the muffins. They were a little dry. I am so glad that I decided to put chocolate on top of it at the end. I would definitely put chocolate chips in there. Paired this in like a parfait. That was lovely. I would also have it with custard. The second one, the cookie dough one, was really nice actually. I was very surprised at how this one turned out. I would definitely be making this one again. It didn't last very long in my fridge. Texture was very cookie dough-like. I'll put the macro count on the screen so you can see the protein content. Would I suggest making these? Last one, please don't. Don't bother. I need to perfect the recipe. I think I've made them too healthy. That's the issue. Although visually they might look alright, they were a little dry and definitely needs improvement. Second one, the cookie dough bars, definitely make again. Here is a little clip of my bunnies at the end because I realised I did not even feature them in here. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please hit that bell button, subscribe and like the video, and also please leave a comment below. I hope you have a great day, evening, morning, whatever time you're watching this, and goodbye.